Hello YouTube. It is such a nice day. I've not had the stove going. It's got to be at least 70 already. This is made Durex, made in West Germany. Well, not to disrespect anybody, but it seems like a pretty cheap made tool when you really look at it. We're going to try to get this rivet out of here because this thing is, if you look at it, see that? Where it's all bent? It's got a crack in it. We're going to try to grind it on the inside, braze on the inside, so you don't see the brass when it's cleaned up. But it probably will be painted. But there's a crack right there. Can you see it? Right above my thumb. We have this clamped in such a way that we got enough rivet exposed. If I can get you around here to see it. Here. You push up on it. See that? Because the rivet's loose in there. We're going to try to grind that out. If we can't save that rivet and reuse it, because here's a side that was peened, we'll make a new one. So we're going to get it out of there. We've had this thing since last year. We just threw it in a toolbox. And then it was hanging on the wall. I hung it up on the wall with my other rest of my ones. I'm starting a small collection of them, I guess. So let's get this rivet out. We're going to use several different grindstones in the Dremel. We'll get that rivet to come out of there because it doesn't have to be pounded out. It just has to be ground off. I'll take a before picture, a close-up what it looks like. Okay, this had more damage than I thought. 7/32 drill bit fits in here pretty good. I went ahead and put a drill bit in here just to see how better this feels. You know, how the wrench would work. You know, plus you have to fix the problem with this bent. There's an unbent side. Might not be too bad of a small wrench when I'm done. I do like the double spring action there. This was painted red. I just don't think it was a real high dollar wrench. I mean, to have the name stamped that small, you know, and see how it's just mass producing, but I don't think that holds factory. Well, I said I should have took a picture before, so you can see it before I even took it apart, but oh well, we might kind of assemble it a little bit and snap a photo of it, a before shot. I made a video on this wrench a long time ago, a year or more ago, cleaning it up, but yeah, that's a lot of damage. Ought to be bent like that. I ground it off. I use mostly, it's like a milling bit cutter, and then your round diamond. So that's what I mostly use to get. Would it help to squeeze it with the vice grips and have that so it would have more clearance. Okay, enough talking about that damage. Man, I haven't seen that like that in a pipe wrench. Okay, on the work. Let's see if we can get this piece straightened out. I won't show it heating or nothing on the film, but I'll show it after I get it straightened. It'll be straight or you'll never see the video. So you know I'm going to get it straight. Okay, here's my improvised anvil. I save a lot of pieces. I have a really nice piece that's like 3/8 thick, about a half the length of this. I need to find it. I use it to pound on all the time. And of course I have like a 6-inch square one, but so you can tell if something's flat. Had to heat it back here also and then kind of hit it in. I let this cool down because it was tweaked out. That's straight enough for me. You can see the wear there. A little chip. I don't know if I want to try to braze this crack or not. I mean, it's so small. It's right there. Can you see it? Yeah, see where it shows up? Coming off of there? I mean, that's kind of hard to get inside there to braze. I mean, to grind with Dremels is in, but to actually get in there and braze, I don't think I want to mess with it. It's going to be more display anyway. If I used, I wouldn't be that abusive with it. So we're just going to go with it. You know, if it was a big pipe wrench with more room, I'd get right in there and braze that. Or if I was going to paint it, 'cause, you know, we don't know if we're going to paint this part or not, so we have to sit and think about that. If we was going to paint it, we could grind a groove and put some brazing in there. We'll think about it. We don't know yet for sure. We'll never know for sure there. Yeah, this is thicker over here. The table's at the edge of the leaf. Down here it's thicker. It's double thick. So this is really clamped on it really good. I mean, you can really hit. You can really whomp that sucker pretty hard. Nice table. We really enjoy using it. Stay tuned for more. We're taking a break. Well, we brazed it. We ground a pocket down in here. And you ain't gonna probably see it on camera. You can just barely see the brazing where it came to the crack. Because here's the crack right here. It stops about there. And we ground about halfway through this metal. I mean, we was pretty thin. In the bottom of this back in here was probably over halfway. So you can see the line where I filled the puddle in. I got a little flux back in here. And it was flux instead of brazing. But we wasn't worried because this is the repair part. Is this far down. So we're plenty far. But you can see it after I ground everything off in the flux. Because that flux will get up there. It's hard to get alignment. I'm satisfied that'll hold better than what it was. I don't think that crack will come back unless you really was abusive with this wrench. That's just going to stay there. We're not going to try to get that out. This piece probably will be painted. This is all the stuff from the torch I was heating in both sides. All the nasty flux fumes and everything. But it's still pretty straight. I mean, this thing does look like it bows out a little bit. You got to figure I've ground on it and stuff. No one's going to notice that. It's not a lot of play from here to here when you put it on the wrench. The inside's been Dremeled. Different Dremel bits like this. This will get right down in here. So we did pretty good cleaning the inside. And we will paint that in there with something. Even if it's just primer. So there we go. We're going to take a break. And we don't want this resto project to be real long. But this is a big thing having that map torch. I've got a big torch, but you know, getting that out and handling it. But if I could do little stuff like this with the map torch, I'm going to be happy. I'll get my money's worth. So there you go. We'll try to snap a photo of it. Stay tuned.